I
what?
my car.
Second for Wednesday, one.
I have like 4 dogs at my house, guys.
I
I have like 4 dogs at my house, but one's a female and she's she bit Daisy. She dragged Daisy. All right, we're live, so keep that in mind. She did about your
Dang it, I can't talk about embezzling the student activities fund.
Can't.
Oh.
He wants to get impeached.
Right.
He really does.
Yeah, you're really asking for it.
He's asking for
Hey,
It's
hey,
the
hey,
lame
hold on,
duck.
First you want
listen,
banana in your cup.
Noah had a plan to do it, and he never did
Does he
it.
not,
No.
like banana bread? Is that what I'm-
No.
He likes it a little.
He
loves it.
He likes it a little.
Guys, where's Haley sitting?
Right there.
Well, that's
Oh, I think you're over there, Kat.
Yeah, I thought you.
Oh wait, Bree, you're over there.
I knew
it. I knew there was.
We're missing.
We're
We're
missing a
not
chair.
Yeah, we forgot about.
I put out.
No, Bree's like right next. Yeah, Bree's right next.
Bree's on my right.
So there's 8.
Okay, but
There's
is
8
there
of
a
us.
chair?
There's not 7.
But
By the
there's
way,
a chair.
You know why you're third in command, but you don't sit next to me?
Hey,
Because I gotta keep you at an arm's length away.
Okay.
Because you have.
Because you have the power to impeach me.
Oh, okay, so it's the ours.
Yeah.
Can't be his right hand.
And also, Bree and I are the only two with fiscal authority over the Senate.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That's why we're the only two, well, Jess, in the rules package, Jess has the authority to stop spending on the public.
1 o'clock, I have to go.
You can get me, Jeff, or Bree to sign off, I'll stop at that.
Okay. I'm getting hyped for you.
Wait, who impeaches me?
Everybody.
That's ridiculous, a man? Unacceptable.
Yo, give me that mallet.
Firing Chair Greenwood,
Yeah.
You can't fire me.
Say whatever you want.
Literally.
say whatever I want.
You can fire me.
Something of poison. I don't know.
Fire me obviously.
Imagine you would have to get a prorated stipend, you lose like a $25.
Oh wow, $25.
Yeah, and I'm gonna charge you double.
What up?
Hey, look out behind you.
Damn, I'm gonna charge you.
Yeah, one time I just. We're just chill. One meeting we know what to do.
Roll over.
No, I just.
Don't worry, don't think of it.
What did you say?
Alright, yeah, you don't know.
Anything you say or do, credit will be used against you.
How hard do you think I'd have to hit you with the mallet?
I don't know.
It's way harder.
That's what I have right now.
This is do real damage.
I think another.
Are we threatening? I'm asking you like hypothetical scientific ones. How much force and power should I have to apply?
Obviously, like.
I disagree. Yeah, I disagree.
I think the mallet.
Where is Bree?
Yo,
On your
can I
head?
have that
Is he
thing?
coming?
I see it.
I don't know.
We're trying to figure out how hard I had to hit Will in his temple.
Josh, Bree didn't tell you that she wasn't coming today.
No, I saw her down.
Okay.
All right, well, let me you swing it.
If she.
Yo, one swing.
Didn't
One.
tell
I get
me
to
or
one
Becky
swing.
would've
Okay.
So.
This is how it starts.
I won't hit you that hard.
You throw out this responsibility and then you're like, wait, no, but like, don't you want to find out?
Don't you wanna find out?
Only I can steal it right
I remember
I didn't think
solid.
that was.
Yeah, who's the
Arian.
Can I hit the gavel today?
Arian.
This is ridiculous.
In order for
I
you
don't
to
know.
hit the gavel,
Becca
I
only
can't be here,
hinted
Jess
at
can't be here, Blanca can't be here, and Will
All
can't.
right, so I'm gonna knock all y'all over the head.
You could share the meeting though.
I don't wanna share
If we all walk out of the meeting, you could take the
Let's
seat and run the meeting.
leave right now. Yo, Cass, you can do this.
That'd be really funny, guys.
You wanna practice, Ron?
Yeah.
Jess and I can.
Oh wait,
just
no,
leave
no,
it.
no,
But then we'll be back. We'll finish this.
no. Oh.
You could call the order.
What's up, guys? Hey.
I
Maybe we
like
all
my
did
weather.
that.
I
Or
have
no,
How you
we're
doing,
gonna
friends?
win a board.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
fantastic.
I love
And
that.
you try it.
Graduate.
No, I use the
Very
gavel
excited.
at my
Yes.
house.
You
Um,
was
silent with
Very excited, thanks. You guys should come to graduate.
You know where you're going to law school yet?
I'm a These are my advice.
Yeah, but you know what?
Where you
Will,
moving?
Will's gonna be in debt for the rest of his life.
I want to go.
Will is already in debt. Nothing to
I'm
do.
in debt.
Nothing to do.
We have to get out of debt before we get
You
into
do well. You do.
Some of,
Take it like, you got
Yeah.
it.
I feel you.
Yeah,
Also-
well.
I don't think
Guys, I have so much
I'm
energy
like,
on
I'm not
you.
built like this.
Is your bachelor in political science?
Law and society, and I have a minor in politics.
Yo, let me cut that down.
You'll be alright. Whatever you do, you'll be alright.
Thank you. Brianna. Hello.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe power.
Having a meeting.
That actually rolled over? Because if it, is it, well, was it sales or was it? Just in case, because they're like changing up those accounts.
Thank you.
Second last meeting, you
Thank you. I feel like I don't have
I was supposed to post forensic science today.
Yeah,
Unless we're talking about it.
I'll amend it.
yeah, as long as, if, but the thing is though, if there's any fundraised funds from sales from that, it's.
What do we need advice from?
Uh-oh, Ken's
So
serious.
we would need to.
Yeah.
Which we
Sort of pretty short of it.
Just wait till he takes a sip.
And then, can you amend the agenda?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yeah.
So can you reshare the document?
Can you amend the agenda?
Put it from somebody.
Okay.
For somebody from the position.
One last approval.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, there's another.
Meeting to order, roll.
Okay, Senator Amsden.
Here.
Senator Otler.
Here.
Senator Paulschneider. What? He's here. Who's in here? Senator Bolio. Here. Senator Barazzi. Senator Bedrin.
Here.
Senator Bouchard.
Here.
Senator Brown.
Here.
Senator Tate.
Here.
Senator Daniels.
Here.
Senator Demers. Senator Dias. Senator Dillon.
Here.
Senator Don Nascimento. Senator Farrell.
Here.
Senator Gagnon.
Here.
Senator Godek.
Here.
Senator Goodman.
Here.
Senator Gudick.
Here.
Senator Guzman.
Here.
Senator Holman. Senator Contos.
Here.
Senator Lemieux.
Here.
Senator Lipscomb.
Here.
Senator Maki.
Here.
Senator Mazzaferro.
Here.
Senator Umbasan. Senator Miller. Senator Noonan.
Here.
Senator O'Connor. Here. Senator Oro.
Here.
Senator Havlet.
Here.
Senator Ritchie.
Here.
Senator Skorpa. Senator Sidlecki. Here. Senator Silver.
Here.
Senator Spalding.
Here.
Senator, Chairperson Lucier.
Here.
Secretary Bronson. Secretary Kilday. Chairperson Greenwood.
Here.
Chairperson McKiernan.
Here.
Treasurer Thurston. Chairperson Amaya.
Here.
Vice President Cloutier.
Here.
President Coffey.
Present. All right, I move to amend the agenda to add, under new and existing business subsection B, approval of the Forensic Science Club.
Second.
Hearing a second, are there any questions about this agenda amendment? Seeing none, I move to a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? The motion passes. Next, I move for the acceptance of the minutes from the 3/24/2026 meeting.
Second.
Hearing a second, are there any additions, revisions, or deletions?
No.
Okay, seeing none, I move to accept the minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. Next, new and existing business, we have a visitor who is new to the university, our new director of university event planning. So I'm going to hand the floor over to him to introduce himself to us.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mike Makowski, Director of Universal Events. I wanted to come here to, one, say hi, so you can see who I am. If you see me around campus, feel free to say hi. I'm just in the bottom level of Deliso. I'm all about making sure to connect with students. Besides event planning, and event support in my career, I've managed student centers, campus centers, worked with lots of student employees, and been very involved with student activity involvement. You know, I'm happy to talk, I'm happy to support, and I'm happy to be here to help everything that happens. So my first couple of months are really going to be about observing what's happening, how things operate on campus, what can we do to best support you all, and then try to put some things into action. But I can't understand how things work for you all if you don't let me know your experiences, what works well, what doesn't work well, what's frustrating, what's awesome. and everything in between. So if you see me somewhere, feel free to say hi. If you don't remember my name, I'm 6'7", so, easy enough to remember usually. But talk to me, email me, stop by. I will always try to have time for any student on this campus. If I'm busy, I'll just say, hey, I'm busy right now, but we do another time. So really, I want to be here for you, and I want to help support you, and want to help make the student experience the best it can be through my small part in your time here. So thank you again. That's about all I really had, but do you mind if I somewhat for a little bit?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
So come find me anytime, let me know, and just say hi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next, we're gonna move into the approval of the Forensic Science Club. I'm gonna hand the floor off to Chairperson Maya.
Thank you. At this time, I make the recommendation for the Student Senate to accept and recognize the Forensic Science Club.
So moved.
Second. Hearing second, floor is yours.
Great. So the Forensic Science Club used to be an active organization during my freshman year, which was 2023. However, since then, the club has gradually become inactive due to the executive board members graduating and no one else stepping up. Since the organization has been inactive for 3 years, this is an activation instead of a reactivation. So a group of interested students has taken on activating the club once again since December of 2025. They just got their paperwork through to me. Their intended purpose is to reshape the stigma of science being impossible while simultaneously introducing students to the fascinating field of forensic science with engaging activities. Although forensic science is not a major at the university, it is a rather popular minor. At this time, I'd like to pass the floor to the representative of the Forensic Science Club to talk more about the club and what they hope to accomplish upon recognition.
Hi, I'm Ariana. I'm a freshman. I major in forensic chemistry and my minor is criminal justice. I'm here hoping that you guys can listen to my club and for me. So my intention behind this is a lot of people don't like or are intimidated by the idea of science, which I understand because it is a very tough field. But I think that by introducing it in a student peer learning situation rather than like a lecture hall, I think it would be a lot less intimidating and more welcoming for students of all majors. Of course, it's open to all majors, so engineering students, healthcare students. I think the club will be a good way to bring all people together and allow networking, because that's super important, especially in younger grades. And then learning about the new label of forensics. Forensics is a very new field. It's only been about since the 1980s and it's really come around. So I think opening up that field to people all over from freshmen to seniors is a really good opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you say your full name again for the sake of the minutes, please?
Yeah, so it's Ariana Wendland.
Any questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, I move for a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? The motion passes. Congratulations to the Forensic Science Club. We cannot wait to see all you guys do on our campus. Next, we are going to move to the visitors' comments. Are there any visitors' comments? Okay, seeing none, we are going to move into rollover reports. Today is the Senator Report Day. I'm going to ask, Secretary Kilday, you can chime in here if you think that something else should not be stated out loud, but you can read everything except the letter, because some of them are long and they're just they're for the person after you. Not everyone needs to hear it, but we'll make sure that whoever's there after you, if you're leaving, gets that. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna if you feel like cutting kudos or something else and you don't want to read every little thing, that's totally fine too. Feel free to condense it for the sake of just recording the key fact. Or please summarize as much as possible though, especially if you have these big bulky paragraphs. I am going to start with class of 26. I'm going to give you 4 minutes to start. The floor is yours.
So the project we worked on is mainly senior week, senior formal, 200 and 100 days until graduation. Where we talked about what our class would kind of want to see, and the budget to see what would be most effective to have in attendance. And then I would meet kind of bi-weekly after these meetings, to talk about what we needed to communicate with our class. Or, the main concerns was kind of attendance and ticket sales. Like right now, we're facing the problem of the ticket sales. Not a lot of people got tickets because they were first come, first served. So a lot of people were upset that they could not get tickets, but we're working on it to see if we can reopen it. Initiatives to continue, all of them are really important. The 200 and 100 days until graduation event, senior formal and senior week, because they're traditions here. And we learned a lot about our monthly reports, rollovers, standard procedures, all that stuff. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any questions or comments about the class of 26? Report. Okay, seeing none, I believe we do move to accept each one, so I'm gonna do that for each one, but just through a voice vote. So at this time, I move to accept the rollover report from the class of 2026. Hearing a second, any additional comments? Seeing none, I move for a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? The motion passes. Congratulations and thank you, and also Senator Branchford for all of your guys' hard work. We really appreciate it. Next, we're gonna go to class of 2027. Same thing, 4 minutes, condense as much as possible. You don't need to read the letter.
For the sake of time, refer to the full rollover for most of the information. As far as project worked on, the council did a lot of events and fundraising throughout the 2 semesters. We're very happy with the attendance for most of them. We filled the second seat of this position, which we're very happy about, but unfortunately we need to fill it again. So we've started to work on that. For next year, it's a big year. Senior year, there's a lot to plan as far as 100 days, 200 days, senior week and senior formal. So we've started planning what everything for that will look like. Not much more to report.
Thank you. Any questions or comments for the class of 2027? Okay, seeing none, I move to accept the rollover report from the class of 2027.
Second.
Hearing a second, nothing, okay, voice vote, all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, those abstaining, the motion passes. Again, thank you both for all of your hard work, and everything that you've done so far, especially, Senator Dillon for joining us in very, very awkward time in the term. But yeah, and also Senator Ritchie for helping out with the presidential search. We really appreciate that. You guys have represented your constituents very well. Next, we're moving to class of 28. Same thing, 4 minutes, the floor is yours.
Okay, so throughout the term, we regularly communicated with Brianna Thurston, who is the class 2028 president. It is important to note that she will not be the contact for next year, due to the seats in the class council being vacant. Olivia Cochio will be the point of contact until the president and more of members have been founded. But yeah.
So going off of that, our primary concern moving forward is the number of vacant seats for the class of 2028 council. There was not any updates after the Senate meeting or the Senate votes. So a posted new post has been made available to students who may be interested in running.
We are not quite sure what next year's plans will include because of the vacant seats. We're obviously looking for support to support the new council and whatever they need. However, this year, the Golden Bear Discovery was introduced to the freshman class and was also available to the sophomore class as well for those who had the desire to switch over. And even though sophomores did take the opportunity, if they do not, they should talk to their advisor about taking it on.
And then we would just like to shout out the class of 2028 council for all the work that they've done, and they put in a lot of effort, and we can't thank them enough.
Thank you. Any questions or comments for class of 28 rollover report? Okay, seeing none, I move to accept the report.
Second.
Hearing a second, I'm just gonna do a voice vote because we already had comments. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Hearing none, it is passed. Okay, congratulations again. Thank you for all the work that you guys have done as well. Class of 2029, same drill, 4 minutes. The floor is yours.
So the class of 29 council took a little bit to get started in the fall, but in terms of getting e-board members. But by second semester, we have a full board, and we have worked with them to plan 2 events for April. One April 2nd, one April 29th. And looking forward, we look to continue to plan more events and this work with the 29 council with that.
All right, any additional comments, questions for class of 2029? Seeing none, I move to accept the class of 29 report.
Second.
During a second, we'll do a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. Again, thank you both for all the hard work that you've done. Next, we're gonna move to commuter. So same drill, 4 minutes, the floor is yours.
So for the 2025-2026, the commuter representative focused on the commuter concerns and presented them to the student senate, and that mostly was around the parking and the winter condition issues in the parking. And we talked about also the building exists when it first came out. We also worked with the commuter council to make events like truck or treat or the stress relief event. And one of the biggest ongoing issue, like again, I said, the parking and the misuse of the students parking who are not commuters in the commuter parking. And other than that, refer to the rollover of Thank you.
Thank you. Any additional questions or comments for the commuter rollover report? Seeing none, I move to accept the report.
Second.
During a second, we're going into a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. Thank you to the 3 of you for all of your hard work with the commuter constituency, especially with parking. We really appreciate that. Next, resident representatives. Same drill, 4 minutes. The floor is yours.
Yes, so our frequent contacts were HRA Michael McCarthy and RD Katie Burnham. The projects that we worked on were next year we'd like to work with a parking committee to figure out maybe a better way to like organize the students. So maybe students aren't walking so far to their cars, or maybe it's closer to something where both sides are getting what they want out of it, maybe like a mutual agreement. We'd also like to continue to address the potholes that appear on campus every winter, especially near the speed bumps and the entrances. I know you said something about the entrances like being off limits due to like certain contracts or whatever. Also, multiple residence halls received upgrades in paper towel and toilet paper dispensers. So that's a good thing. Meetings attended, we attended monthly meetings with the HRA of Everwood, and then the HRA of Berkshire and Hamden, for updates and reports, and any concerns that they're having with their, students. Concerns and supports needed. The main topics of conversations when it came to residential issues were with facilities and maintenance, or with dorms being, like leaks happening, or just problems like happening, not issues with maintenance necessarily, but issues that maintenance and facilities have to work on. The maintenance of the dorms, Southwood and Evergreen, especially with the heaters and washers. I know that was a big problem almost all year long, especially in the winter. And then maintenance in the bathroom of the dorms, specifically Wyndham, with the multi-ceiling tiles. I know that has been an ongoing issue. Another thing that we'd like to address is pool cues around campus are still broken, and the tables are have been damaged for the past couple of years. even though we just got new ones, so maybe a new system around those as well. We'd also like some new, we'd like to brainstorm new ideas for improvement of the residential life. Maybe that goes out in a form to the residents on campus and we just see what they would like to see on their campus. Processes learned, we've learned how to do the monthly reports, how to communicate effectively, and how to properly fill out work orders, including like the room number and having the certain conditions to make sure it appears on their side. And our constituency kudos goes out to the facilities teams. Even though we know that we did have like a lot of issues with them throughout the semester, I don't believe that it was directly their fault. A lot of the time, it was kind of just issues are going on campus and they are the main people to deal with those issues. And so we wanted to give our kudos to them and thank them for all the hard work that they've put to this campus.
Thank you. Any additional questions or comments for the resident rollover report? Seeing none, I move to accept the resident report.
Second.
Hearing a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? The motion passes. Thank you to all of you for your hard work and dedication to the resident constituency. There is a lot of you, so I'm sure that you guys did a lot of talking about issues and finding out where things are going wrong, so thank you. College of Arts and Sciences, same drill, 4 minutes, the floor is yours.
Awesome. So, our main two contacts were Jody Levesque and Marcus Davis, or Dean Davis, to set up and schedule meetings that we did about monthly. Some of the things that we worked on and discussed throughout the year was the restructuring of courses, more or less making sure that people get what they need to graduate, but also allowing for faculty to be able to teach lower level and upper level courses, so people get more fluent faculty throughout their time here. With that being said, also making sure that courses are offered on an efficient basis, so that way if they are offered one semester, they might not be offered the next, but they will be offered before somebody graduates if they need it. Acting, so a lot of this is coming just because people have been acting reactive instead of proactive. So if people need things to graduate, they will be offered, but there also must be interest outside of that. They are ensuring that there's still research opportunities, even though there will be some cutback. And then there hasn't been too many department changes, but there will be talks about possibly combining some departments or classes just to be able to fulfill requirements easier with offering less things. And then also there's going to be an expansion on summer courses, which will allow for students here as well as people that might just be taking, you know, a course, a semester or whatever to get a degree. It'll give them more opportunities to get some more variety.
All right, and for a bit of a reflection on this past academic year, as we know, this spring 2026 has been a bit of a semester interrupted. It was one of the most eventful and disrupted semesters so far, dealing with challenges through budgets, weather. Seemingly, all the challenges seemingly never came to an end, and yet through our transparency, our conversation, and our effort as a community, we came together and we're still stronger than ever. Next, we want to focus on what's coming next and rebuilding our system for efficiency and a new face to the university, as we're going to have a new president, a new provost, a new cabinet, you name it. And we're really excited to see what they bring with them. Again, next with the College of Arts and Sciences in specific, we're still looking for a student advisory board, which we'll be putting together with Dean Davis. And also, again, another reflection on the semester. We had a rough patch with the CSP closure. It was a difficult time for everybody. But again, the community came together and we worked through that issue.
For concerns and support needed, just if any like College of Arts and Sciences students could like reach out, that's always like appreciated. It makes our jobs as senators easier. And then we had overall like a lot of negative feedback from the blue courses between PAs and instructors. People weren't showing up. A lot of students thought it was useless. So there's going to be a restructuring of the blue courses, at least within the College of Arts and Sciences next year. And as soon as that's figured out, they'll let the next year's PAs and the student senate know.
What we want to continue or begin is gathering students for a College of Arts and Sciences student board. We want to have at least one open Senate seat and a constant drive for club involvement. And process learned, we had monthly meetings and updates with Dean Davis that have been established and have been proven to be very effective and helpful in providing the Senate with important information. And we'd also have a few constituency kudos for this facilities team at large, public safety at large, and Andrea Costongway for her dedication to teaching as well as helming the Historical Society through difficult times, bringing prosperity to the club, and her immense work is not ever overlooked.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any additional comments, questions for arts and science? That was it, or do you have more? That was it? Okay, perfect timing. I move to accept the College of Arts and Science, rollover report.
Second.
During a second, we'll do a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. Thank you guys for all of your hard work and dedication, especially with all the craziness that seems to specifically affect the College of Arts and Sciences this semester. The other colleges, a lot of things did affect them too, but of course, a lot of stuff that was this college specific. So thank you for putting up with it. Thank you for getting the information to us. Next, College of Business, 4 minutes, the floor is yours.
Okay, our main contacts were the department chairs and then the e-board members of the different business clubs. We didn't include their contact information because we know there's gonna be elections. And then we also worked with former Dean Sherian Walker, and we've been in contact with Dean Costanzo. And then we met with him to get updates on what he's working on for the upcoming semester. He's gonna be upgrading Churchill Hall to make it a more collaborative space and add in some like TVs and like some golf amenities. A little tea area is what you said. Okay, yeah, and then some concerns and support that we really felt that needs to happen is keeping like the Kodiak page for the College of Business updated with like challenges that students can get in, like meetings that students can attend, and just ways to actively get involved. The next project that the new senators are gonna be working on, that the College of Business is working on, is they're working on the new the code of conduct within all the syllabus, so that's gonna be updated to 2026. And then our main process that we learned is to allow groups time to actually respond, but also to like know that groups should send out updated emails once in a while so we can include them in.
Yeah, that you can finish.
And then just some kudos is to the BAME department. They really revamped it and like made it alive again and gave us great networking opportunities. And then Dr. Mary Schoonmaker, she's done great work within the Innovation Project and the College of Business and the WNE community. And then lastly, Kelsey Allen in the Dean Suite has done an outstanding job in supporting College of Business students.
Thank you. Any additional questions or comments, Vice President Cloutier?
Is the code of conduct stuff, is that like specific to AI? I'm wondering.
They're adding an AI clause, yeah,
Okay,
but they're
okay.
updating the whole thing, but mainly AI clause,
Okay.
yeah.
The code of conduct that's currently in place hadn't been updated in, I think, since at least 2019.
Yeah.
Okay.
Earlier than
And
that.
it's either hyperlinked or pasted into every single College of Business code of conduct.
Like
So-
the syllabi?
In the syllabi, so like it's in every single syllabi, whether it's hyperlinked or in like physically written out in there, so. It's just trying to make sure it's all revised and revamped, especially with the introduction of AI.
Got it.
Does each college have their own separate one?
I
Yeah.
believe so, yeah.
I thought it was standardized.
I think there's a university code of conduct that's separate from college code of conduct.
No, I thought there was a.
There's a university-wide
academic
one, and then each college has
Okay.
their own, because engineering is different than.
So they're probably just updating it to match.
We're updating our own, yeah, to
university
add
one.
in the.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, thank you for the
you.
clarification. Any other questions or comments for College of Business? Okay, seeing none, I move to accept the rollover report from the College of Business.
Second.
Hearing a second, we'll move forward, voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. Thank you both for all of your hard work and dedication this entire term. Next, College of Engineering, same drill, 4 minutes, the floor is yours.
All right, so our frequent contacts include Richard Grabiak as well as April Hugh. Some of the projects that are
constituency has worked on has been the ABET accreditation for construction management. So this was completed October 5th through 7th. And the final report from ABET is expected to be out June 2026. So which will mark that the College of Engineering has all 6 programs ABET accredited. Additionally, the College of Engineering was awarded a $2 million grant, 1.3 million of which will go to scholarships for incoming freshmen for the next 6 years. This will be incredibly helpful with the rate of the incoming class size growing, and the rest of the money will go to supporting resources, hands-on learning experience, and overall supporting the growth of our program.
We met monthly with Dean Graviak. Concerns and support needed. The biomedical engineering program has needed another faculty member. They've been short a faculty member for the past 2 years now. This affects any student who is in the BME program because certain classes aren't being able to be run due to having a missing faculty member. And this also overworks the current BME faculty member. There's many complaints about how the first year seminar was being run and how disorganized the class was and the Kodiak page was, and this affects the first year students and their peer advisors who are running the class and left with many, many questions. And we're trying to figure out what is exactly the plan for Rivers, and if the labs are actually going to be put in there, because the architecture and aeronautical classes have been added already, but they were supposed to be in Rivers and those labs that were supposed to be going in there. And as of right now, they're not. And this students taking those courses have been stuck with limited class times that may interfere with other classes due to the limited space availability.
Initiatives we plan to continue or begin. A lot of money was put into the welding program, including digital welders, laser welders, programmable welders, etc. Yet the program only lasted approximately 2 semesters. So that's something to look into. Communication within the College of Engineering isn't always the best. So trying to figure out how to make it better will definitely help out a lot of students. Engineering related events usually occur on Tuesdays during common hours, which is the same time as Senate and many other scheduled events. So a lot of students cannot attend these. Many sophomores have expressed seeking one-on-one tutoring for statics and being told there is no tutoring available for this class despite past students meeting requirements to become tutors. Though statics does not host drop-in tutoring sessions periodically throughout the semester, no positive feedback has been reported.
Any additional questions or comments for College of Engineering? Seeing none, I move to accept the College of Engineering rollover report. So hearing a second, all those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Those abstaining? The motion passes. Thank you three for all the hard work and dedication that you guys have put in as well. You guys did a fantastic job on your rollover report as always, so thank you. Next, we are doing College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. The floor is yours, 4 minutes.
So for frequent contact, we talked to Dr. Tersh and Dr. Smitty. Along with many students, the concern of ours was the CSP closure. And a lot of communication there was hardly any communication with this pharmacy students, which are undergrad, staff members. And then those even worse, like less contact with us as a whole. One thing that we still want to keep trying to do is try to make a backup plan for when CSP does close again, because I can't imagine that will be the last time it closes. So that was great. We're really close to the Carl sat still. Now that one professor is back briefly, we're able to get it for our research. Speaking of that professor is now leaving our institution. But everything is still set for the undergrads that are like rising seniors next start. So they'll be able to graduate fine. And then this is not really in the rollover report. On April 27th, there is the Neuro Club event with Olive Garden.
Thank you.
Good to know.
Any additional questions or comments for Pharmacy and Health Sciences? I will say, I'm glad someone said that there should be a backup plan because I have said that multiple times when CSP was closed, that there should be a standardized backup plan specifically for the labs that are in here because those cost extra. And I would love to see them have something in place, the university to have something in place because CSP has closed multiple times over the last 4 years. So If this is commonly occurring, they should have a plan in place and they still don't. But yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I move to accept the pharmacy and health sciences rollover report.
Second.
Voice vote, all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, those abstaining, motion passes. Thank, both you and Senator Scorpa, who could not be here today, for all of your hard work and dedication. That you guys have done a fantastic job as well. Athletics and recreation, same drill, 4 minutes, the floor is yours.
All right, I'm gonna try and be as comprehensive as possible. The main project that we worked on this year was our Golden Bear Trot back in November. This is a collaborative event between ourselves and the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, with the main focus being raising canned goods for a local food shelter here in Springfield. This year, we raised over 1,000 canned goods, with 10% of them actually going to the Bare Necessities Market here on campus. The main thing going into next year is there'll be a new point person for it, as I was the point person the last 4 years. We look for next year's Senate reps to look within collaboration with the SAC e-board and the men's cross country and women's cross country teams to help with event setup. Additionally, we need a big push for WNE Gives, as athletics got hit very hard by budget cuts. Alumni support was a big reason for getting funding this year. Athletics was able to raise $246,000 through WNE Gives this year. We're hoping to continue pushing this as a way to help fund sports teams for travel trips and continue to get a good athletic experience. Main things with meetings is that weekly we had attended the Student Athlete Advisory Committee meetings. Senator Holman did a lot of that this year, going to those meetings. Additionally, on a less frequent basis, Captain's Council was hosted, and at least once a semester, one of us individually met with the athletic director, Jen Collins, to talk about any major issues going on within the department. The main thing with athletics is concerns and support needed. A lot of things that were able to be handled were smaller equipment-based issues, whether it be replacing the med balls, dealing with the mold that was in the trainer's room or in the hallways, replacing equipment as it comes. But the main thing that is going on is larger facilities issues within athletics that have yet to be addressed or fixed. To go through just a few of them, the pool heater is still not working in the HLC. This has mainly affected women's swim, with them not being able to finish the latter part of their season at home. They had to go to Minnetonka High School for all of their practices. Additionally, this has affected the OTD program, as they partner with Aqua Buddies to do a program for their grad students. Additionally, the saunas have not been working without the year, with the main concern with the saunas being that in the women's locker room, the door does not shut fully at points, which means that the women have resorted to having to use paper towels to fill in the gaps with the doors. The tennis courts are still busted. If you're not aware of what's going on with tennis courts, due to where they are located in the pine grove, tree roots are growing through the underneath of the courts. So half the courts are currently unusable, and for the last year and a half, both men's and women's tennis have had to host their matches at Forest Park off campus to get any matches done. Additionally, with our budget still being cut, there is no athletic compliance position. Jen Collins and John Cabral have picked up this role gracefully. However, as we're going into the summer, this will mainly affect academic eligibility, getting students medically cleared, going through the entire rules and regulations process that the NCAA requires every university to go through. This is going to be a big undertaking. One of the main things as well is that because of the lack of student worker budget, throughout the year, there's been approximately one student worker in the entire HLC at a time. This has caused issues with people not understanding HLC hours, staying after hours, waiting for folks to kind of clear them out. We've suggested that posting the hours more broadly across the HLC will help with solving these issues. Additionally to that, a lot of equipment maintenance has gone unnoticed, especially a lot of the general weight room, dumbbells have gotten rusty. I know one of them literally fell apart and started leaking rust last week. So this has been a consistent issue. We put our focus onto fixing some of the smaller, more equipment-based issues as the main focus for next year's senders, as those are more in our control than the larger facility-based issues. For the main thing with our initiatives continue or begin, we were hoping to push this for next year with a facilities revamp of the lobby and the HLC. We actually finally just got all the information and codes for that, which we passed forward to the Senate e-board, and we want to hopefully get on the agenda. This has been something this athletic rep group has been working very closely on within the term that started back last April when we got elected. So we're hoping to talk about that soon. Main thing with processes learned is that you're going to get more information talking to the students, whether it be individual student athletes, the Captain's Council, or the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, to getting information, as they're the ones more willing to address the issues currently affecting them.
Thank you. Any additional questions or comments for athletics? We did get that report, just to confirm that, and we will be talking about that as an e-board probably this Thursday. I'll bring it up next week, time permitted, but yes, we will have a more formal answer for you then. Okay, I move to accept the athletics and recreation report.
Second.
Hearing a second, we'll go for a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, those abstaining, The motion passes. Thank you for all the hard work and dedication. There was a lot in that and a lot of issues with the HLC, just like with CSP. And you guys have been very good at getting us that information, getting transparency out about what exactly is going on with certain status and things. So thank you for that. Last but certainly not least, Senator at Large. 4 minutes, floor yours.
All right, so our frequent contacts were resident advisors, connection mentor coordinators, and Dr. Kirchner. And through projects we worked on, we were really trying to increase efficiency through maintenance because there's so many reports from students about heating systems in the quad, Southwood, and the Rib. And we did that through facilities department, like negotiations with resident advisors. We attended meetings with Dr. Kirchner to discuss the viability of the OER program and the policy for textbooks for the College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. We had meetings with resident advisors for additional info on the residents' perception and reaction to the changes in the facilities department and concerns and supports needed, further collaboration with other senators to strengthen the influence of senators at large on the student senate and the greater student body.
Right, as a result, for our initiatives to continue our vision, we want to further collaboration with other senators of other constituencies to identify and address discrepancies between information received from their constituents and ours. One thing that we noticed was that a lot of the things that we had in our report were things that other senators had reported on, and so we want to work to increase our collaboration with them instead of doing the same thing. So we want to have senators at large temporarily join or assist special committees and other senators to ensure the efficient completion of delegated tasks. So for the bigger tasks, instead of taking on smaller things that aren't as important, we want to kind of tack on to their forces and help out. So for the process learned, President Camden told us at the start of the year that we serve to assist other senators instead of taking on things for ourselves more so. And as a result, our report served to inform the Senate of misinformation and handle tasks that require more help than necessary. For our kudos, we want to give kudos to residents live, specifically Resident Director Katie Burnham, the Connections Mentor Coordinators, and Director Khaloot Sharp.
Thank you. Any additional questions or comments for Senator at Large? Seeing none, I move to accept the Senator at Large rollover report.
Second.
All right, hearing a second, we'll move for a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. Thank you guys for all of your hard work and dedication. I know Senator Bolschumander, Senator Dimmers is not here today, but you guys have been fantastic. I give you guys, as you said, a new set of responsibilities because there was always never really structure with Senator at Large. I think it's a step in the right direction. Definitely does need more refining, but I think this term, you guys did more and were a lot more organized with those directions than previous senators at large. So I think you guys are taking that on. I want to see really quickly, we did have a couple special committee reports turned in. Would any of you like me to amend the agenda and just get it done right now, since we have extra time? Because if we have an athletics project that we might be talking about next week, I would like to get it off the agenda, if possible. You would? Okay.
Sam said
No, we can save yours for next week because yours is three special committees at once, so that makes sense. But I'll move to amend the agenda to add under rollover reports, a subsection for special committees for the ISAC committee. Second. Hearing a second, are there any questions or comments about that? Okay, seeing none, let me know whenever you're ready and then you're good. Okay, the 4 minutes, the floor is yours.
Okay, so for our frequent contacts, again, we had Director Khaloot Sharp and we had Coordinator Chika Odinaka and UK. For projects worked on, we created informationals and points of contact for international students that needed to file taxes or attain CPT or OPT certificates. If you don't know what those are, it's essentially like a thing that says that they are allowed to work in the US after their F1 visas have ended and to renew F1 visas. For meetings attended, our meetings were primarily with Coordinator Chika Odinaka and UK. and Director Colin Sharp to discuss how to further represent international students for concerns and support needed. We said that there needs to be a stronger emphasis on referring universities to support of international students amidst the current political climate and things that are changing as it relates to policies of the F1 visas. For initiatives to continue or begin, we said that we'd like further collaboration with the Department of Admissions to further Western New England universities reach internationally. One of the things that has been spearheaded that you might have noticed is that there's now like a WND International Students page, and we started doing like little informationals or experiences of international students to kind of reach other people globally. We want to create recurring meetings or spaces where international students are able to express concerns to the appropriate personnel, for example, designated school officials. So I think it was 2024 or so, the person that was in charge of international student admissions, he did leave. And so as a result, the department has kind of dispersed and been all over the place. Right now, we have, I believe it's Michelle that is in the student hub that has been helping with international students. However, a lot of the students aren't aware of this, or they feel as though, for example, joining ISAC is too intimidating and they'd like more of like a one-on-one close-knit kind of just sharing experience thing. So we want to facilitate that so their voices can be heard. For processes learned, we've learned that since this is a standing committee, it's not widely known by staff or the student body. As a result, reaching out and emphasizing the importance of the committee is essential before any substantial work can begin. So there are a lot of people that we tried to like have, you know, initiatives started, but we had to spend more time explaining why this was necessary. So we want to do more of that next year. And for constituency kudos, we have Alexis Galvez, Chica Odinaka Mbinke, and Gloria Beatriz Souza for stepping up to assist this committee. Despite not being international students or part of the ISAC themselves, their efforts made all the difference to the rest of our committee. And the coordinators of the Connections Mentor Program and Director of Cultural Inclusion, Colin Sharp, for their assistance in planning and creating spaces for international students to express their concerns and have their needs addressed, even though we don't have a formal space as yet. And that is it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any additional questions, comments, for ISAC? Seeing none, I move to accept the International Student Affairs Committee rollover report. Hearing a second, do a voice vote. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Those abstaining? The motion passes. Thank you for all of your work with that and spearheading that. That is, was a new thing this year. And I'm sorry that there was a lot of pushback or issues and stuff like that with getting a lot of things started, but I'm glad that you did start it and at least start conversations. That's a huge step in the right direction. We're gonna move to senators' comments. Are there any senators' comments at this time? Yes, senators.
Make sure you purchase your senior week tickets, no, not senior week, senior formal tickets. Yes.
It went on sale yesterday.
They went on sale yesterday.
How much are they?
They are $60 and $65 if you are bringing a guest. We are already over halfway sold out, so make sure you get your tickets soon if you want one.
$60, $65 for a guest? Or-
$65 for like a guest that doesn't go.
Okay, so it'd be like $60 for my ticket and $65 for a guest?
Yes.
Your person is here.
I'm not sure if there's any information about it, but the Wi-Fi in Evergreen Village has been subpar as of late. Is there a reason for that?
We received a couple of emails from OIT saying that they were doing testing. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but they were doing testing. They alerted us that there's gonna be an outage in the Wi-Fi. And then probably about 2 hours later said that the Wi-Fi should be working again. So have you experienced?
That's what he's talking about.
Has there been anything since then?
It's been going on the entire weekend. The Wi-Fi's been going in and out constantly.
Since the email that
I
we
believe so,
received?
yes.
Cause
At
that
least
was
since
the
Saturday.
purpose of the, oh wait, they were fixing that issue. They were aware of it.
supposed to be Saturday morning.
Yeah.
They were shutting it off, so it's been the rest of the weekend, and it's not there.
It's been all the way up to even right now. My roommate still said it wasn't working well.
Okay.
Okay. We will follow up on that with them.
Yeah, I can second on that. I feel like it's been for longer. They told us to start using the WNBY or BOYD. And
BYOD.
BYOD, whatever it is. The WD guests work so much better.
Yeah.
And I just switched back to that and it started working, but I find the BYOD unusable.
Okay, good to know. We'll follow up on that. Well, you'll
I'll
follow up
follow
on
up on that,
that.
yes.
Yes.
Just a quick question or comment. I know like there's some setting in the ACs or something like that where like they switch from like heating in the summer and then like cooling into winter. You know when they're gonna switch that again or something like that, or?
Okay, usually they, like, whenever you think it should switch, it's gonna switch 2 weeks after. That's what I've learned. It has nothing to do with the temperature outside, it's on a, timer based on the part here. I can reach out to, Nick and just confirm the time, but I feel like it's gonna be in early April, so
Okay.
soon.
Alright, thank you.
Yes.
So this mainly pertains to Southwood. I know we had an email on Thursday at the end of the business day telling us that our hot water was broken again and that it would be fixed.
Sorry.
It would be fixed again, like within 24 hours. I would like to say it was, but our. Kind of,
Oh,
for the most part it was, but at least in my opinion, the problem is now is the 3rd floor is starting to become unbearable with like temperature wise, in my opinion.
Hot or cold?
Like hot.
What I've noticed is
Oh.
every time I go to set my thermostat to a certain, like, I'll set it to like 70, for example, and then I'll give it 3 hours, none of my roommates touch it, and then it says, oh, no, you set it to 75.
70 is very hot.
I
It's not that high.
Well, it's been cold, I'm not talking about today.
Okay.
Like, I'm not exaggerating, mine throughout the entire winter has been at 65 and it's been comfortable for the most part. But it's been at 65 even now and it's still, it's like 75 degrees in my room.
Okay.
So the heat is pumping too much.
The heat's pumping too much on the 3rd and 4th floors, but also we had the elevator go out of service yesterday, like
Oh, yeah,
after
about
like
that.
9 o'clock.
So I came back from the gym and I pushed the open button, there's 2 girls sitting on the floor saying we've been stuck here for 20 minutes.
What?
Yeah, that sucks.
And did they report that to anybody?
I'm
Or
not
call
sure.
anybody?
I have no idea who it was, I had never seen them before.
They just accepted their fate.
Yeah, no, there's out, like
They
out
said,
of order
they said don't
signs
take
for
the elevator.
And you did it, right?
I did not.
Okay.
That's just been on the
Are you
door,
ready to
there's been no communication
You
to
ready to
any of
stop?
us on it, and it's just like frustrating that we haven't heard anything about that, but yeah, we keep hearing
Okay.
about, oh, the hot water will be fixed, and now.
And then the heating in the elevator also broken too, and you've heard nothing about
Yeah.
it. We'll reach out about that too. Yes.
I also agree, the rib is like that too, the heat will kick on and it'll be so hot and no hot water, no hot water. Then they'll fix, or we'll have hot water and it'll be blasting hot, then they fix the heat and then we have no hot water.
Does the hot water issue occur in the morning or at night?
It, I
doesn't
think,
matter?
I think when I
For us,
came
it
back
doesn't
from
matter.
spring break, we didn't have hot water for almost 3 weeks, like we just got hot water back last Wednesday.
Okay, a reminder to everybody to, if you're experiencing a facilities issue, don't wait to come here to say it, put a work order in.
Yeah, that,
Just,
yeah, that's what we did, and then they'd come, fix the heat, and then there'd be no hot water. And then we'd be like, hey, we have no hot water, they fix the hot water, then the heat would be on. Like when we first moved in, the RAs moved in, it was so hot, we all pretty much had to sleep on our floor because we couldn't sleep up high because it was so hot. Like people
which
left
floor are
the
you
room
on in Larue?
first. So if I was hot and had to sleep on my floor, the people on the 3rd floor were dying.
Cause usually, usually the heat issues.
It
occur on the
rises.
This is low-key like this. So in Wyndham, I know the boys on the 2nd and 3rd floor on, what wing am I on? The east wing, whatever the left wing is.
Yes.
There is pink mold and black mold in all showers.
Pink mold is
yeah.
real.
And it's all like in the curtains and like in the corners. And I know kids have put in, like other students have put in work orders and took a shower this morning with my black mold, my pink mold right there, trying not to graze it and everything. But like, it's been all year, kids are, like, students are putting in work orders and there's still black and pink mold that are like
Okay,
this.
okay.
housekeeping
We're gonna cut the facilities and housekeeping issues here.
Email.
Email Chairperson McCurden. You will probably have a phone call with Nick Del Bono about them. To figure out, especially the heating issue, because though, and the hot water in Southwood is still being an issue is ridiculous.
If you have something to say, can you email him by the end of the day, please?
Yes, please get your information to Chairperson McCurden by the end of the day. Really, really quickly before we adjourn, with your rollover reports, yes, we just accepted all of them. Secretary Kilday, Vice President Cloutier, and myself a little bit will be looking through them. If there is stuff like big pressing issues that you need to amend into it, email us ASAP. If we see stuff that you reported on before and you didn't reach out to Secretary Kilday to get it, and for some reason you lost the record of it, she will be reaching out to you to amend it. If there are big issues that we find, because we did briefly look through all of them, but we're going to be doing a more in-depth look, and they will be fixing any grammatical errors. It won't change the content of it, but it will make it look a little more brushed up and professional.
And I will be annoyed about every grammatical error.
But if we see anything that is just outright missed or misinformation, and it really heavily needs to be edited, we are going to email you and make you edit it because it should have been done correctly the first time. So know that your rollover report can and it will be amended, and we will vote on the amendment next week if it's needed. If there's stuff that you would like to add to, something that you forgot, whatever it happens, just let us know. But if there's stuff like that, if you get that email from us, you need to have it ready for next Tuesday, because we are approving that report next Tuesday, and there will be no amendments, no edits whatsoever after that point. Is that clear? Okay.
Unless there's a big out of the blue emergency situation that happens that is out of your control.
Yes.
In which case we could potentially.
Then we would work with you. if
That's a
the
different case, though.
Yes. Any last second comments outside of facilities issues? Okay. Yes.
Yeah, is there any effort to continue, like, to address the problems with the key card access? That just been continue happening, students not be able to get to classes, things like that.
We voiced our concerns. The issue is really just that there's a disconnect between the person that we sit with and voice our concerns to Greg and
yes,
the president of the university who is spearheading the issue. And he's got the trump card, so.
It's not that like hold on. It's not that, it's not like anything bad like that. It's just that we voiced our concern that the infrastructure was not ready for this. That concern was partially agreed upon by a lot of people, but the trump card was safety. So they ultimately ended up rolling out with it anyways, regardless of the issues that have come with it. So, and that's like the perspective we're trying to balance. I haven't heard anything about the upgrades and stuff that we've been consistently requesting to these systems, because even today I saw former faculty senate president Melissa Knott trying to get into Emerson, and her ID didn't work and 3 of her students' IDs didn't work. These systems are not capable of what we have now. That is just a blatant fact at this point, and the university needs to address it. There has been no confirmation as to whether or not funding is set aside for better systems and better technology for the ID scanners. That's just where we are right now. We have voiced that. We've made it very clear. You all have made that clear too. It will be in probably my rollover report. It will probably be in Vice President Cloutier's rollover report, and it will be in Chairperson McCurnan's rollover report. All of us will be addressing it. And we'll be trying to help our incoming administration address that too, as something that we've brought up multiple times and something that definitely needs to be done. But I'm sorry to kind of leave it off on that. Like, no, we don't have any information on it. I wish the university did. I wish they could say, yes, we are going to invest in this over the summer. Yes, we are going to put new ID scanners out, or we're going to go back to the thicker IDs that actually work with our current scanners. But they haven't said anything. So that's just where we're at. Very briefly.
I was gonna say they don't work. I was outside for like a good minute fighting that door and I can't die.
Yeah. Again, we hear you. We're trying. We brought it up. Greg agrees. He's working on it. He's trying his best to.
Yes.
I'm gonna move to adjourn now on that.
Second.
During a second, votes vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes.
Oh my God, this is so good.
Thank you so much.
No plug. Yeah. But I appreciate that.
Actually, I already talked. I totally forgot about the. I gotta go. It's really, really good. Okay, I didn't do it so much. So I like smiled more. Do you want me to like? Why? Because you think we're last meeting?